Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Alith Anar campaign where we are pushing into the Clawed Coast up here. We're just holding on here while we rebuild at the moment. I'm also building up an army here, guys, and we're going to be getting new units here. We're building up the building so we can get the special elven units, the handmaidens gallery, so we can get the handmaidens because they get good buffs when they're in with the Everqueen. So we're going to have that as my sort of secondary army. And I know I've got a couple of places which can be upgraded at the moment, but I'm actually holding off, guys, for the very simple reason that I want to build a dragon's lair over on Nagaroth itself, so that I can start building dragons over there rather than having to build them in Ulthuan and send them over, guys, for now. But we're doing well in our campaigns over here. The far north could be a more interesting prospect, because there's a lot of territory up here, and Nagaroth itself is going to be quite powerful. I'm also don't like the fact that the High Elves are sending armies up there, but I'm not much I can do about that. And at some point I may get the opportunity to confederate with them. It's not the end of the world. Ooh. No. I see no need for a peace treaty there. You're nowhere near me. I'm not facing off against you massively. You're not facing off against me. Now, we'll have to see how Clan Pestilence do down there, because if they start pushing Mazamundi back, we might end up having to open a southern front as well, which I prefer not. Obviously, my main aim here is to destroy the Dark Elves. Once we've destroyed the Dark Elves, we'll probably push over here and try and push through the Norscan territory, which could be fun because they've got all their buffed up units now. That I believe they are already managing to push in various places. I think Bretonnia, I seem to remember Bretonnia losing a part of their territory at some point. They are forcing a lot of confederation over here because they're putting a lot of threat on the old world nations. Losing all our kill missions because other people are killing them. Where's the other place in here? It's the monoliths. When Lowen dances, so shall I.
By Anar's bidding.
You can still head up that way, because I dare say we'll get somebody else over there at some point.
Revenge. Not this time. Not one Druki on Nagaroth.
No, we're going to stay in there for the moment. Right. So, I want to start a dragon's lair being built up here. And let's start recruiting handmaidens. They're not the cheapest units, guys, but they get buffed up in Ariel, the Everqueen's army. So they're well worth having. That's all we can afford. I'm going to leave the second row of them for now then. We're probably going to have 8 of them, which will give us quite a lot of archers. And then build up our defensive line a bit more. In fact, that's what I want to do. I'm probably going to want to get a few of these guys in. Can't necessarily at the moment, but we'll see how it goes. Let's hit that mysterious island there, which looks very ominous. Campaign bonuses, always the campaign bonuses. So extra campaign movement range, which is useful, guys, especially when I'm trying to attack places quickly. Like here, next turn. Let's head here and secure influence. Let's up assault units a bit more, though. This is our... Let's grab the regeneration for you. And what do we want to recruit? We can get these as well now. We still got to have the right buildings for them. Get the upkeep for archers. I'm not sure. Right, let's just check. 5% upkeep for archers. Right. They cost 160. Let's see what they cost next turn. Basically, I'm not sure if they count, if archers refers to all arch units or specifically the ones called archers. Sometimes I'm never, you know, it's not quite clear, so we'll find out. Right, I don't want them to get past me, really. They're not weak enough to confederate with me at the moment, which is annoying. I mean, if they confederated with me, I'd become overpowered. I don't particularly want to go to a war with the High Elves, and I would prefer to try and keep them on side, but I'm not sure I could afford to push too much. Though it is a single High Elf army, so it's probably going to get itself battered up there by the forces of Nagarond. I suspect this is all held by the Skaven. They're expanding as well. At some point I'm going to have to deal with them, but that's absolutely no rush. I keep them. Oh, I can keep the Tomb Kings on side for the moment. They're fairly neutral in their way of thinking, actually, so I don't necessarily need to go to war with them yet.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
So yeah, it doesn't include these guys, annoyingly.
One Druki on Nagaryth. Shadow warriors.
I'm a little worried they're going to charge out against me. There's not a huge amount I can do to...
Mistress of the Undying Forest.
Wow, we 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a high mage. He's good. We've got the weapon specialist. That'll do. We've got a lot of archers in this army, but there's a reason that these guys are fairly good spears as well, so they can be used defensively. These guys aren't actually terrible in melee either. I mean, they're nothing compared to these guys, but they're reasonable melee, so they're not terrible in melee. I still wouldn't necessarily want to be using them as my main thing, but head up to Stel Cargo. Campaign buff, so a bit of money, and wax keep rations, which reduces all our upkeep, which is very useful. Guess what we're doing, guys? It seems like none of them have really thought about buffing up the current my new units, annoyingly. I think there was one down here which did it. We're not really using cavalry at all, which is probably a bad idea. We'll grab that one to start with, because that doesn't really help us economically. What do I want? Oh, that one would be good. I need a Eastern Bazaar for that.
The gods stand with me.
He's actually leveling up quite quickly doing this. Oh, there's a skull reef there I can go for at some point. Wow, they are... This is the thing about the Exiles of Nehek and all of the Tomb Kings, is they can actually push out quite large armies quite quickly, which is something I always need. You always need to just be a little well, not concerned about, but you need to keep an eye on, because while they don't necessarily have the best armies in the world, they will fight to the last, and they will hold a line for really much ever. So you want to be very careful with that. We're going to finish off here. We're going to push up here before we push north. Leaving the Skaven in place might have been a better idea, but they were at war with me, so we're going to batter them, and then we're going to push north into Nagarond, guys. Deal with all these Druki scum. Now, what are you guys doing? Back getting to the battle. I suspect Skeggy is not going to last long. So, well, she's reduced her recruitment cost, and now we can't deal with them.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Where are
Your king calls.
their armies?
It's war.
Take what you want.
There we go. We have the whole region now. What we want to do is reduce the corruption. That'll do. We've got a nice mix of different styles of units there. They're armor piercing. Well, to be fair, they're both armor piercing. These guys are actually technically just slightly better versions, but that'll do for the time being.
Protector of Ulthuan.
Which one?
Journeying
We'll go for
on.
that Fel cargo first. Let's take the campaign buff.
Though it dances, so shall I.
What do we want for Alith? Yeah, we're going to take that. It's going to annoy the other elves a little bit, but we're still relatively friendly with them.
Now that you are here,
Oh, I say that. Ah. Things will work out. I want them to not attack up here. There's nobody else there at war. I can send them to fight, though.
Noble born.
Guess what we're doing?
There will be carnage.
Let's level here up. That's a good one. When we get there, so we're going to take a growth building here. Up in Quintex is very good, because Quintex, once it's leveled up, will give us lots and lots of reductions to our... Basically, it means that we can reduce the effect of corruption on us massively. What do we want to do with you now? Let's give you a steed. There's a lot of armies around Nagaron, but none of them are huge. Which is a little surprising, actually. Though I don't know if they've been confederating up here at all. So there you go. The Empire is confederating again. This is because of the pressure. This is the problem I've had in my Norscan campaign, because I put pressure on the Empire. Well, around the Empire, is the Empire confederated very quickly. Nope, I see no need to give you military access. I suspect Skeggy's not long for this world. Got all the new Dark Elf units as well to be aware of when we're fighting up here.
Do not mock me. My shadow warriors have only one answer.
Nope. What are Rictus doing?
I will hear your plea, mortal.
Nope, because at some point I'm going to squish you. Don't know when, but at some point I'm going to definitely squish him. I probably want to do it before. I don't want to let him build up too much, but we're already campaigning against Tretch at the moment, so I want to deal with Tretch first.
I will hear your plea, mortal.
No, but I'll see if we can do something else. No. I want to keep my trade going as much as I can here. We have new target. I've got to go kill Malekith again. Perfect. Especially as my guy is... Where is my guy?
Loic's shadow falls.
What is this foolishness?
Okay, where is Malekith? Down here.
Shadow King's orders. Weakling, cling to the shadows.
Let's kill Malekith, and that'll give us that buff, plus relations, and make us terrifying while fighting Dark Elves. And he is guaranteed that kill. Ooh. Anything worth doing here? That's not bad. Growth. What do any of these give us growth? No. Untainted, that's going to be good, and immune to attrition. So we're going to grab that one, because I'm not going for either of the other guys. Well, I could go for him, but he's miles away, and I'm definitely not going all the way over to the Dowie.
Shadowlands.
Let's head up there. How are you doing?
Queen of Avalon.
Ooh, couple of turns, you'll be good. Anything we can actually get from here, which is worth getting. Ooh. There we go. So next turn, that army's going to be on the move.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
I don't think you're needed there anymore.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
Let's have a check on our trade.
By the light of...
You ask for a boon. Speak, and I will see if it is within my power to give.
A good plan.
That'll do nicely. There's other people I can trade with, but they're not particularly friendly. I don't get why Telia isn't more friendly with me, but... You know?
Setra the imperishable. Your tribute, thrall, for it is a present. No, never.
Try and build up some relations with him. So he does seem to be doing quite well down there. I'm going to head over here. I don't really want to get too close to all the Dark Elves.
Sons of Ulthuan, what brings you here?
Yeah, they're nowhere near ready to confederate with me.
You have my attention.
Guess what we're doing?
Destruction.
That's right, you guessed it. Let's start building some walls in Volzandil. Yeah, that'll do for now. I prefer those guys on eagles rather than actually having them in chariots. I know the chariots are very good, but they're just so much more mobile on an eagle. They are a lot weaker, however. So why is Masamundi not just taking there? I don't get that at all. Feel a bit bad leaving Nagarond alone, but I'll deal with them when I'm ready. You know, when I can take both my armies up there. And what we can do with both our armies is we can do some really good things. We can do some really nasty ambush tactics. So we can ambush, have one army sitting in ambush while the other one provokes them out. Which will work really, really nicely, actually, potentially.
Don't presume to stride where I patrol. That will be a fatal error.
No. I see no reason for a peace treaty with you. You're not powerful enough to really do anything to me. I mean, I'd farm influence off you even if we had a peace treaty, but that might make me look treacherous.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
I wonder what's in this ruin, guys. What do you think?
From the shadows, to me, Shadow Warriors.
I'm going to fight this simply because we've not had a good battle so far. It's not going to be a difficult battle, but I'm bored and I want to fight. Just remind me to bring up the other guys next turn. Obviously, we've got the Loth and Seaguard. Sorry for Loth and Seaguard. We've got a couple of Loth and Seaguard. We've got our Sword Masters of Hoeth who can move forward to deal with some arrows. We want to get onto the walls fairly quickly here, guys, because we've seen how powerful Skaven artillery is. So we don't want to be hanging around outside of here for too long. We do want to storm it, but my guys can storm as well, so...
Swordmaster of Hoeth!
Lowest champion.
Awaiting orders.
Understood.
Dragon can head straight down there. You guys can all shoot at them. You guys can move forwards.
Seeking the foe.
Why can't we all shoot at them? Let's shoot at them now. We can all shoot at them.
My duty. My duty. We will obey.
Let's hit that one next. Wow. Yeah, we're cutting through these guys.
Tireless. As you say.
Assyrian guides us!
Oh no, they dropped some rats.
We will obey.
Ooh, that's what I forgot to deal with. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is that Warlock Engineer? There. He dies.
For duty. For the king.
That probably did more damage to us than anything else here has so far. Wow, you can get back.
Let us withdraw. Alith Anar, with me. As you say.
Let's hit these guys briefly, then we're going to charge.
Without fail.
You guys can start getting towards the walls already. Did you breathe? No. Straight down in on them. I'm going to need to pull him out fairly quickly. Followers pulling you out.
We will obey. Orders received.
Can we actually shoot that gate? No.
For the king! Warrior! Seal! Kill them!
We are shredding them off these walls anyway, even without doing that, and we're hitting the walls now. Dragon's doing nicely. Let's break that last bit, then break up. That they've gone, we can get airborne again. I don't want my dragon getting into too much trouble.
We will obey.
Here we are on the walls, making mincemeat of all these guys.
Weapons ready! It shall be done.
You guys can all chat there. I'm actually going to bring my other unit back. They're not going to have any issues now.
For the king!
Yeah.
Ancestors!
My sword masters will make very short work of these. Oh, let's charge them with my sea guard. These guys are good spear troops as well. And then we've got sword masters hammering into them up here. Shredding them all. Oh no, they popped another unit into me.
For the Ever Queen!
Let's see how quickly we can wipe this unit out.
Battle! As you
Oh,
say,
whoops. Not meant to be sending all of you, that's for sure.
for duty! By your command!
Right, you guys can go down and secure the gate now.
Seal! Shadow March! Swordmaster of poets! Northern Seaguard!
You're meant to be... Oh, get out of there. Why did you stay there? I did not tell you to stay there. Please don't die. Oh. It's more impressed that dragon wasn't breaking.
My power is yours.
One day, they'll eventually work out that's not going to help them.
For order! To war! I go then.
Understood!
Lack of subtlety is no longer part of this campaign. Do we hold this gate? Yeah.
For order!
Let's shred that unit next. This is literally just picking which unit to shred next.
Glory awaits! Advance! For Asurion! Lackoi!
Toggle melee mode on him.
We will obey! Kill them! I give the orders. On about, without fail. For Asurion!
Yeah, now he is.
Set to battle!
Because he's not bad in melee. He's very good at range, but he's also fairly decent in melee, so he is worth getting to melee. I'm not using my mage enough here. I'm completely forgetting about my mage here. Easy victory there, guys. Fairly procedural battle, but apparently it was close. I'm not sure I agree. We did take a few losses there. We took more than I should, and most of those were probably... No, actually, not really. Oh, that catapult, which I left up for far too long, is what did most of the damage. But actually, their gate towers did a lot of damage. The Skaven walls are actually relatively tough. Skaven sieges are much tougher because their towers are very solid, actually. They do a lot of damage to things coming in on them, especially from higher level settlements, as you saw with the other one, where they're shooting sort of warp cannon bolts at me, warp lightning cannon bolts at you, and things like that. They get nasty. But we'll build up. We'll take a couple of turns to get ourselves back in order, then we'll continue pushing.
For the sundered lands, we shall
Occupy.
The Shadow King rises.
Oh, let's compare them.
Alith Anar.
So these guys are 50 melee damage. They are leveled up, to be fair. 34 weapon strength and 41 range damage. So not as good. What's their buff? Remains hidden while firing. That's quite good.
Not one Druki on necklace.
Let's up our damage again.
I do not know them well.
Let's grab evasion for you.
By Anar's bidding,
Let's kill Malekith, which will get us 38 influence and a nice buff and a big chunk of money. That'll do nicely. And we get that buff for 20 turns. That's really good, actually. Killed in the line of duty. Well, not really killed, but we know what happened.
Alariel be ever queen.
And you can start double timing up here.
Greetings, my children.
Let's grab a wall here. Burn through our income fairly quickly there. Yeah, let's up the monolith so we can get a wall on our northern border.
The gods stand.
Grab growth there. We've got both of these here, which does feel a little redundant, but that's good. And we could recruit another handmaiden, actually, though. I'm not a huge fan of them, necessarily. And we have enough influence to get some really good ones now, though.
Defender of the Everqueen.
Let's grab
Sailing
this
on.
shipwreck.
My strength is rewarded.
Experience.
Across the way.
Ooh. Any of these do global buffs. So that's all. 1% from ports, all regions. Let's grab that. It's a little bit extra cash. It's not huge, but it is a little bit extra, which is always good. It's going to take us a couple of turns to get the other arm, a few turns to get the other army up. That is the problem here. It'd have potentially been better going to sea, actually. That would have definitely been better sailing up, and we'll probably start doing that next time. Any other armies we'll build them will sail up, or we'll actually build them over here and bring them through. But you know, sailing up here, we'd have got up much quicker, because generally sailing is actually potentially, well, it's quite regularly a lot faster, because you can go in a much straighter line in some places. Ooh. Nagaron made short work of that army, though they weakened themselves on it, which is only good for me. As at some point we are going to have to face off against Nagaron, but I want to deal with up here first. The issue with up here is I'm going to end up with a very extended border, guys. You can see Agol is pushing in here. We're going to want to deal with the Dark Elves relatively quickly. Getting to Malekith is going to be tricky.
Throne. I pray you bring only light.
I'm not paying you for it, that's for sure. If you want military access, you're going to have to pay me for it.
Grave news, my lord. Word is spreading across the land of a dark power rising in the
Oh,
northern west.
God.
The armies of chaos are on the move. They surely plan to invade the world.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all, because we get armies right in here. Damn.
So shall I.
We are going to start double timing it. You are going to... Ooh. Hopefully they'll hit the High Elves first. can I actually recruit any units here?
The people are
Eesh.
I've been looking forward to this. Prepare to be accepted.
For now, we're still going to keep hitting them.
smash it to ruins. Guardian of the Phoenix.
This is more so I could free up these guys to head up here.
Guardian of the Phoenix crown.
It's only 4 Chaos Armies. I can deal with that. I just want to be ready for wherever they hit. Apparently we went through cargo. And if anything, guys, this is a really good place to stop. So we've expanded a bit. We've had a good battle. Well, fairly easy battle. We're going to finish off here. And then once I've dealt with here, I'm not going to push up here. We're going to have to deal with these guys before we push against Naggarond. Otherwise, we're leaving something right behind us. Obviously, we also need to deal with that Chaos Incursion, guys. But it's only the first one. They're only going to get bigger, and they're always going to spawn here. So upping our walls is really, really key here, guys. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please feel free to pop a comment in my comment section or jump over to my Discord and say hi there. That is linked in my comments and my description. There is also a link to my Twitter and my Patreon in the description, guys. And I am very sorry about today. I know this is a Saturday video. This one will come out on Saturday. My other Saturday video is going to come out on Sunday this week, guys. I'm a little bit behind simply because the heat in my study has been horrible this week, which means I've had to skip a few simply because it's just too warm in my study. We've got unusually hot weather here, so hopefully that's not going to affect us too much more. Anyway, as always, thank you very much, guys.